Yo, what's up, Cowboys Nation? Buckle up because today we've got some explosive, franchise-shifting news coming straight out of Dallas, and no, this isn't just your average off-season signing or some back-page rumor. We're talking about a blockbuster move that has the potential to reshape the entire identity of the Dallas Cowboys defense. It's official. Dallas has signed none other than Talanoa Hufanga, the all-pro safety and one of the fiercest playmakers in the league. Let that sink in for a second. The Cowboys just landed a player who doesn't just play safety, he completely redefines it. This isn't just about stacking talent, it's about sending a message to the entire NFL that the Cowboys are not here to play games this season. They're here to dominate, especially when it comes to shutting down opposing quarterbacks and obliterating the passing game of anyone daring enough to throw against them. Let's take a second to appreciate what this means. Talanoa Hufanga isn't your typical ballhawk. He's not just out there snagging interceptions or laying down hits. This guy is a certified disruptor. A defensive weapon who brings chaos to every single snap. He reads quarterbacks like a seasoned chess grandmaster, and his anticipation is downright freakish. We're talking about a player who made a name for himself on a stacked San Francisco 49ers defense, that defense, and still managed to shine as a leader and a playmaker. And now, he's bringing that same fire, that same intensity, and that same surgical level instinct to Dallas. So how did we get here? How did the Cowboys pull this off? Well, it turns out that this move was months in the making behind closed doors. While the media was obsessing over whether the Cowboys would extend CeeDee Lamb or give Dak Prescott a new deal, Jerry Jones and the front office were playing the long game. They were looking to fill one of the most glaring holes in the Cowboys' defense: deep coverage and over-the-top support. Sure, the Cowboys had some young talent in the secondary, and let's give props where it's due. Guys like Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland have held it down. But let's be real here. The back end of that defense hasn't had a consistent, dominant presence at safety in years. Not since the Roy Williams days, and we all know the league has changed massively since then. You need versatility. You need range. You need someone who can blitz, cover tight ends, roam the deep third, and, most importantly, set the tone. Hufanga checks all those boxes and then some. Now let's talk about what Hufanga brings to this Cowboys unit on a technical level. This guy plays with an insane blend of old-school physicality and new-school versatility. He's a downhill striker with the vision of a center fielder. Whether it's jumping a route or closing in on a running back behind the line, his reaction time is elite. And his tackling? Man, it's like watching a heat-seeking missile go off. One of the biggest struggles for Dallas last season was keeping tight ends and slot receivers contained. The defense gave up way too many chunk plays in the middle of the field, especially in high-pressure situations, third and longs, red zone stands, you name it. That ends now. With Hufanga anchoring the safety position, quarterbacks will think twice before targeting the seams or trying to sneak a pass over the middle. It's no longer a safe zone. It's a war zone. And let's not overlook how this move impacts the Cowboys' already elite pass rush. We all know what Micah Parsons brings: pure chaos off the edge, relentless motor, and QB nightmares. Imagine pairing that with a safety who can disguise blitzes, force hurried throws, and capitalize on turnovers. This is going to be a synergy like we've never seen before in Dallas. Dan Quinn, or whoever ends up calling the shots now that he's moved on, has just been handed the ultimate chess piece. You can drop Hufanga into the box like a linebacker, line him up in a too-high look, or send him screaming off the edge. There's no telling where he'll be on any given play, and that unpredictability is a defensive coordinator's dream. Offenses will have to account for him pre-snap on every single play, which opens up more opportunities for guys like Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and even the rotational guys like Sam Williams to feast. The mental aspect is just as important as the physical. One of the things coaches rave about with Hufanga is his football IQ. He studies film like a man possessed. He's got that first in, last out reputation, always in the building, always preparing, always hungry. That kind of leadership is contagious. Younger players see that and elevate their own standards. And in a locker room like Dallas, where the expectations are Super Bowl or bust every single year, having a guy like Hufanga as a tone setter is invaluable. He's not just going to come in and do his job, he's going to raise the temperature of the entire defense. Now, I know some fans are wondering about the cap implications. How did the Cowboys manage to afford this? Well, credit to the front office for some serious cap gymnastics. They backloaded the deal, included performance bonuses, and restructured a couple of veteran contracts to make room. It's a 4-year deal with incentives tied to Pro Bowl selections, defensive rankings, and get this, even postseason wins. That tells you everything you need to know about the expectations surrounding this move. The Cowboys aren't bringing in Hufanga just to look good on paper. They expect results. They expect a deeper playoff push. They expect a defense that can carry games when the offense sputters. And most importantly, they expect to make quarterbacks suffer. And let's take a minute to think about how this changes the Cowboys' matchup dynamics across the NFC. We're talking about a conference loaded with elite QBs and top-tier passing offenses. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles? That run-pass option just got a whole lot riskier with Hufanga lurking in the box. Brock Purdy and the 49ers? Better think twice before throwing a screen or crossing route. And don't even get me started on Jordan Love and the Packers or Matthew Stafford and the Rams. This signing is like a preemptive strike against every air attack in the NFC, and you better believe it's going to show up in the film room. Oh, and can we talk about the fan reaction for a minute? Cowboys Nation is absolutely lit right now. Social media is blowing up with highlight reels, fans dusting off their jerseys, and mock-ups of Hufanga in that classic navy and silver. It's not just hype, it's hope. For a fan base that's endured nearly 3 decades of playoff heartbreak, every elite edition brings renewed energy, and this one feels different. This one feels like the kind of move that championship teams make. Not just filling gaps, but making statements. Declaring war on mediocrity. Hufanga in Dallas isn't just a fit, it's a fusion of talent, attitude, and ambition. And from Hufanga's perspective, the move makes sense too. After proving himself in San Francisco and recovering from injury, he was looking for the next step, a place where he could lead, elevate his brand, and chase a ring. Dallas gives him all of that. It's a big stage, a massive market, and a team that's hungry for that next level. This could very well be the beginning of a new defensive era in Dallas, one where Hufanga becomes the face of a unit built on fearlessness, aggression, and discipline. To wrap it up, let's be clear, this isn't just another signing. This is a shift in identity. The Cowboys didn't just get better on paper, they got nastier, smarter, faster, and way more unpredictable. Talanoa Hufanga brings a rare combination of skills that could finally tip the balance in close games, give the Cowboys the edge they've been missing in the postseason, and maybe, just maybe, put them back on the path to that elusive 6th Lombardi trophy. So get ready, Cowboys fans. The secondary is no longer a soft spot, it's the strike zone. The defense is no longer reactionary, it's the aggressor. And the league? Well, they've just been put on notice. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button if you're hyped about this move. Drop a comment on how you think Hufanga will impact the defense. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth Cowboys coverage, film breakdowns, and all the behind-the-scenes scoop you won't find anywhere else. This season is shaping up to be one for the books, and trust me, you won't want to miss a second of it.